Alright guys, what's going on? BSG bringing you another Grand Cross video. Shout outs to the homie Nexus for actually posting this. So he found this in the database. It looks like we're gonna be getting a new demonic beast. So huge shout outs to Nexus. Please be sure to subscribe to him. He is in the description, so go ahead and subscribe to my boy. But yeah, he found this in the database, and it looks like we are gonna probably be getting a new demonic beast, which a lot of people figured with the reveal, or I guess the leak of the Brynhild that we're gonna be getting in part 2, the summer Brynhild or whatever it's called. So that is why a lot of people thought, yeah, we might just be getting a new demonic beast, and she might actually be very good for it, which I think is actually really good, because I love Brynhild is my waifu. She's my number one waifu, so when she drops I probably will end up summoning on her, so I'm really excited for that. But you know, a lot of people figured that we would be getting a new demonic beast for demons, which I'm really hyped for. But guys, if you happen to like the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. At the time of recording this, we are at 5.7k subscribers, so I would greatly appreciate it if you could help me with my goal of reaching 6k by the end of the year. You guys are awesome. I greatly appreciate you all. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's just talk about this. So new demonic beast, I am hyped for it. I want demons to get holy relics. I think they deserve it. I think they need it, because there are a lot of demons in the game that just aren't used at all. So I feel like if they do it right, I wouldn't have any problems with them actually making the demon relics just insane. Like, I wouldn't have any problem with that at all, because you look at the archangels have a very wide, like, just wide selection of units and holy relics that you can pick from, right? You got Margaret, you got Red Sariel, Green Sariel, Red Tarmio, Blue Tarmio with their holy relics, Bloody Elizabeth, Goddess Elizabeth, OG Ludo, who could still be useful. You got a pretty good selection of units with holy relics you can mix mash and make a good team out of. But demons, you can't really do that. They're not all that good, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't have any problem with this. So it does look like, you know, we are probably going to be getting, in part 2, we look like we're going to get a new demonic beast. So let's go ahead and let's just go into the actual game itself and look at the demons. So the demons, right? Like I said, there's a couple of demons. I don't have Green Melascula, which is sad, but there's demons here that no one ever touches. Like, no one really uses Monspeed. People use Green Fraudin for Guild Wars, I guess, and that's about it. You got Red Derriere. I think they use them for Brawl too. You got, or no, they use Blue Fraudin for Brawl. Then you got Derrieres, who are good in raids, but outside of that, meh. Green Esterosa still used, but more of a backline unit. Blue Zeldris just sucks. Red Zeldris has his uses, very niche uses, but he can still be useful in selective PvE events like Training Cave, Final Boss Battle potentially, Tower maybe. But like, you're not gonna run Red Zeldris all the time. Bellion sucks too. Like, he's just garbage. So he really, like, and these gallons aren't that useful either. I know Sora's gonna Sora ever sees this, he's gonna go crazy. He's gonna be like, what are you talking about? But truth be told, gallons are not that crazy either, right? So it's like, yeah, you got all these demon options and you just can't use a majority of them, because, well, most of them are Meliodas that you're gonna use. But then you got all these demons and you're not using them. Like, these Melasculas you're not really gonna use. You're definitely using Red Melascula in the Tower Trials for sure. Not trying to take that away from her at all, but outside of that, you're not gonna use her unless you're using like a weird team in PvP. Green Melascula is good, but like I said, I don't have her, so I can't really say too much about her. But you know, she is good. She is good. But yeah, they need holy relics, man. They do. So if we look at the units, I really want Assault Melee to just get a really good holy relic. Like, that's what I'm praying on. Like, Meliodas, Assault Mode Melee, just getting a really good holy relic. Because we look, right, and his passive, originally he has to get hit in order for his stats to get buffed, and then he decreases defensive related stats of all enemies by 15%. What if they just made a holy relic for him that if you don't get attacked, you increase your basic stats by like 5%, right? That'd be good. I feel like he increases his own stats by 5 whenever he takes, or an ally takes damage, right? And then when they don't take damage, he just increases his basic stats or something like that. Maybe they could do something where he just deals 40% more damage that's it. That'd be pretty good. Maybe they could do something where I don't know. They could give him something though. They could make him good, man. They could actually make him very, very good. Because again, he is increasing all his stats whenever he gets hit. So I guess they don't want to add on even more to it, right? You know, basic stats or like that. But they definitely could make it to where he gets, I don't know, he gets a lot more crit resistance, right? He gets like 50% crit resistance, and then he gets an extra like 30% crit chance. They could make it work. They actually could make it work. Maybe he just takes 25% less damage, or maybe like 40% less damage from enemies. I don't know, man. They could do it. Make Assault Melee good. Make my boy Assault Melee good again, right? Please. But yeah, Assault Melee is definitely the #1 unit that a lot of people want Holy Relics or a Holy Relic for, because he is still like one of the hypest characters to ever release in Grand Cross. That's not even that's not even an opinion. That's just a fact, right? So he is, but he just isn't it. He just doesn't hit, right? He just doesn't hit anymore. When we look at the demon melees, all of them share the same name, so that means they'll all share the same Holy Relic, which is interesting. That's another thing to take into consideration. They all share the same Holy Relic if they have the same name. So they have to balance it between multiple units, which like realistically isn't tough, but when you look at the different kits that they have, and then it becomes a problem. Like yeah, you can make this Meliodas, like let's say they make a Holy Relic where, okay, they increase his pierce rate by 40%. That's it. That's it. That's the relic for demon melees. How is that helping Red Demon Melee at all, right? Like, that's not gonna help Demon Melee getting 40% pierce rate. Like, sure, will he hit a little bit harder? Yes, but it's not. He doesn't have a pierce card, so it doesn't matter. Same thing with this Green Melee. That's not gonna help him. It's not gonna help him at all. What they could do is maybe they could make Blue Demon Melee, like maybe they could do for every, I don't know, if the enemy has a debuff, maybe he'll increase his attack related stats, something like Benimaru. Maybe he'll increase his attack related stats by like 50%, so he'll have 100 crit chance, he'll have over 200% crit damage. They could do that, and that would make him good, because again, they share the whole, like they'll share the same Holy Relic. That would be really good action. Now I'm thinking about it, if they're debuffed, because each of these demon melees have a debuff card. So if they're debuffed, they just take, or he increases his, you know, his attack related stats by or his crit related stats by 40 or 50%. That would be good. I like that. I might have to vote that a little bit. That would be pretty good, because again, Red Demon Melee increases his crit chance by 50% when an ally dies, so he could get 100%. He could realistically get 150% crit chance just because of how it works. That would be pretty good. So give him a Holy Relic where he's just increasing his crit damage. He's gonna be like very strong. Like, he's gonna hit for crits a lot. I know crit resistance is a thing, but you know, you just give him an extra 50% on crit chance, and at least he has somewhat of a chance, right? Or they increase his damage. That would be pretty good. Lostvayne, I don't know how they're gonna do Lostvayne. I actually don't. Like, Lostvayne Meliodas is one of those units where I'm just like, I guess they could just make his damage increased. Like, they could give him, they could honestly give him the Ludo treatment where he just basically gets, or see, this is the problem. His crit resistance is very low. They would have to make him vary it. Like, they would actually have to think through Lostvayne because of Blue Lostvayne Meliodas. So what they could do is they could make the Holy Relic based around the Red Lostvayne, and they could make it to where he just does a shit ton of damage. They could. They actually could. They could make it like where they could make it to where I don't know, maybe for every time he uses a skill, he increases his attack related stats by 30% up to 3 times. So he'll get a 90% attack related stats buff or something. Maybe they can make it guaranteed crit. That would be good, I guess, right? If they make it guaranteed crits all the time. I don't know. I actually have no idea what they're gonna do for Lostvayne. That's gonna be really interesting. They might like fail, like they might drop the ball with Lostvayne, but we'll see. I don't really care too much about these guys, because I'm assuming he'll have the same Holy Relic as Captain Melee. I don't know. Maybe he'll just support the team. I have no clue. Demon Hendrickson could work as a supporter where he just, I don't know, he increases all allies defensive related stats by like 20%. That'd be pretty good. Or maybe like 40%, buff it up. But yeah, they definitely could work on a lot of these units with the demon race, because the demon race, man, I'm telling you right now, if they get very good holy relics, you can forget about Trader Melly getting a holy relic, right? You can just forget about that. But I'm telling you right now, if they give some of these demons very, very, very good holy relics, they could potentially come back. I don't know. They could. I don't want to say they will, but they definitely could. Like for Blue Zeldris, again, he's going to be sharing this with Red Zeldris, so keep that in mind. But for Blue Zeldris, they could make his holy relic to where he just legitimately has just crits, like just crits, or they can mend it to where he does damage without critting, right? They can make it to where he's like Zeldris, where if he doesn't crit, yeah, actually I like that. If he doesn't crit, he'll do, I don't know, the same percentage as his crit chance or something like that. What is Zeldris? Or Zaratros, right? Zaratros. I think I accidentally said Zeldris. For Zaratros, they can make it to where he has the same kind of effect as him. So what's his? Okay. So yeah, that'd be pretty good. They just give him the Zaratros treatment, where he does a percentage based around his. Would crit chance be too much? Because he's at, no, I think that'd be fine. Yeah, I actually think that'd be fine. Where he just does damage equivalent to his crit chance if he doesn't crit, and then if he does crit, he's still gonna do damage. I like that. That could be pretty good. Definitely would be very, very good for him. Not sure what I'm not sure what they're gonna do for the Derrieres. I would say like a holy relic based around buffing, but the problem with that is green Derriere does not have a buff at all. Like, she doesn't buff herself whatsoever, so that could be a problem. But I guess the counter argument to that would be you run her in Belmoth. Zanari and Thonar give her that buff in that raid, so she would be legitimately _1 for Belmoth. It wouldn't even be a question if they made it to where, I don't know, for every buff on the unit increases her damage dealt by 30%. No, that'd be too broken with Red Terrier. That'd be way too broken, I think. I don't know, because if they increase her damage dealt like for every buff, this Derriere buffs herself a lot. So like, she'd be pretty cracked. I don't know what they're gonna do. I actually don't. I feel like for Derriere, they're not gonna go too crazy, right? I just personally feel like that. But I do hope they introduce new like versions of Monspeed, Derriere, Estarossa, Gallon, all that. I really do hope that they introduce new versions of these units with you know, the coming releases of the demon relics, because that would be very, very hype, right? Very, very hype. I'm assuming one of these demons will have a holy relic where they just do increased damage against goddess race members. I feel like one of them will. Maybe it'll be Fraudrin. Maybe, because he really hates Elizabeth. So I could see it like Fraudrin, you run him even though his CC is ass and he's a garbage unit in regular PvP. I could see his holy relic being very useful, whereas like if you face off against a goddess enemy or something like that, all allies get 30% to all their stats. That would be insane. Like, that would actually be insane, right? 30% to all Fraudrin stats. I mean, he would be looking pretty decent. Truth be told, he would. Now his stats are a little skewed because of the equipment I have on him, but overall he would be looking pretty good in terms of stats, like 30%. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind it for sure. It's not gonna make his crit resistance and crit defense anything crazy, because he's only gonna be, what does he have on here that's skewing his crit defense? It's only 2.2. That's not too bad. Yeah, he would only be like, I don't know, around the 60-50s and stuff like that. So he's not going to be too crazy if they do something with that. No one really cares about Blue. He's just death fodder. Monspeed could do something with debuffs for sure. Gallon, I have no idea what they could do for Gallon. I actually don't. He could be a support too, I guess. But anyway, I'm gonna end the video. I just wanted to get this out because, you know, demon relics are very, very I want to say demon relics are going to be very, very nice to have. I was going to say crucial. It could be crucial to the units for sure, because they're not good, most of them. So I guess you could say that, but they're going to be very, very important to have and to get, and I really can't wait for them to get their holy relics. I'm so excited. I'm actually really excited for them to get holy relics. So I want to see what they do. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the video. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. I would greatly appreciate it, and that's going to be it. Stay blessed. I'll see you all later.